You ever be minding your business, doing healing work, drinking your water, staying out the way, and then ding, you get a text, a DM, hey stranger, and suddenly your entire nervous system is 2016 again? Is wild, right? One notification, one name on your screen, and your shits gets tight. Your stomach flips, your thoughts start racing, and you think to yourself, why I'm like this? I thought I was over this. Why does this still get to me? But let me ask you a real question. What if your trigger is not proof that you're failing at healing, but proof that you're still human and still protecting yourself? Today, we're going to talk about what happens when your triggers test you back through people, memories, social media, places, or even your own thoughts. Because this is day 23 of our self forgiveness journey, and it's time you to stop beating yourself up for having a reaction to what hurt you. Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome back. And if you stay with me up to day 23, I just want to honor you for a second. I really do. You have been facing through, unpacking shame, reclaiming your worth, and doing the kind of inner work most people run from. So, if you have ever thought, I'm not doing enough, let me be your reminder. You are doing more than enough just by showing up to your own healing. I'm Dagmari Daniels, your host, your life coach, and that friend who loves you enough to tell you the truth and then stay on the line while you cry. So today episode I call it When Triggers Test You Back, because it's easy to feel strong when nothing is poking our wounds. It's easy. I've been there. But what about when your S pop up? A past friend appears in your notification. A song comes on that take you back to a dark season. A smell, a location, or even a tone of voice sends your body into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. What about when the thing you thought you got over show up in real time? And here's what we're getting into today. What triggers really are, why they show up even when you're healing, a real story on how my triggers pull me back emotionally, how to respond with compassion instead of shame, and how to use trigger as information, not condemnation. By the end of this episode, I want you to stop saying, what's wrong with me? And start saying, oh, my body's talking. Let me listen. So let's get into it. Let's break this down. And I'm going to start with what is a trigger really? People throw that word around a lot. I'm triggered. This is triggering. But what does it actually mean? In a simple emotional language, a trigger is when something in your present wake up the pain from your past. It's when a word feel like a wound, a tone feel like a threat, a memory feel like it just happened, a notification feel like a trap, a simple situation feels like survival mode. And here's the truth. Your body doesn't operate on calendar time. It operates on emotional time. So even if something happened years ago, a trigger can make it feel like it's happening right now. The test on your screen is new, but the feeling in your chest is old. So why does it why does this matter for self-forgiveness? Because so many of us judge ourselves harshly for still being affected. We say, I should be over this by now. Why I'm still reacting? This is pathetic. I must not be healing right. But listen, trigger don't mean you're broken. Trigger mean you have been hurt. And your nervous system, your mind, your body, it doing its best to protect you from experience that pain again. So, what happened when we ignore this part of ourselves? When we shame our triggers or pretend they are not there, we either explode on the wrong people, run from anything that remind us to the past, or stay stuck in cycles with the same person or pattern because we never pause long enough to ask, what is this trigger trying to tell me? So when you learn to understand your triggers, you stop letting them run the show and start letting them guide your healing. So let me tell you about a time my trigger tests me back, literally. And let me tell you this, and sometimes, even right now at this moment, like yesterday, somebody from my past show up. You know what I'm saying? So when you think everything is getting there, something from your past show up, and they just like take you back for that moment, but don't stay there, because when that pop up, I said, like, you know what, I stopped talking to this person because of this, why I need to start talking with this person. They can reach to me, but I don't have to reach back. And that's the thing, that when I see my past, I see the person that I'm becoming, I'm not going to answer because I know that past, that season is gone. But it's a trigger still, because it still hurt. And that don't mean that I'm not healing. Okay. So there was someone from my past, a connection that was intense, addictive. It was addictive completely, emotionally chaotic. I have red flags from day one. It was somebody different that I used to date. That kind of connection that feel like a high and a crash over and over. I knew it wasn't unhealthy. I knew. We had history, argument, tears, apologies that didn't last, and those late nights where I knew I should walk away, but I didn't. He beat me up twice, and that's part of my story. When I finally cut it off, I remember feeling proud because I was like, I got the bull by the horn, or whatever you say in English. I was like, okay, I'm done. I choose myself. I'm healing now. That's what I say. I blocked the person. I deleted the photo. Stopped checking their stuff. I was doing all that things. I was doing all that thing. Healing. Months go by. I'm journaling, doing therapy, coaching, staying focused. Then one random day, I get a new message from an unknown number. I open it. I shouldn't have had it done, but you learn. It's them. Just a simple, hey, been thinking about you. How are you? And you will have thought I've been hit by a truck. My heart started pounding. It started because still it was 2 years of that relationship. My mind was racing with old memories. Part of me felt angry, another part felt flattered, another part felt scared. And then here came the shame. Why I'm shaking. Why I'm even thinking about replying. I thought I grew past this. Wow. I must be weaker than I thought. I almost made it about my character. I did. I almost. Like a test I was failing. But when I sat with it, I realized something really important. My reaction was not proof that I was still stuck. It was proof that my nervous system remembered what this person represents: abandonment, uncertainty, highs and lows, feeling like I need to earn love, like my word was so bad. The test was not just a test. It was a doorway back into a pattern my body knew too well. And my trigger? That intense reaction. It was my body saying, hey, we've been here before. This road is dangerous. And are you sure you want to go down it again? Once I saw it like that, the shame started to loosen. Instead of saying, I'm pathetic, I could say, wow, of course, I feel this. This person touched some deep wounds. I didn't have to hate myself for reacting. I had to thank myself for noticing. That moment became a turning point because I realized being triggered didn't mean I have not healed. It meant I had an opportunity to choose differently this time. And that's exactly what I did. I did respond. I did not respond. Not from anger, not from pettiness, not from clarity. And I sat there feeling my feelings, letting the wave move through me instead of making it mean I was a failure. That right there is what I want for you. Not to be trigger free, but be shame free about having triggers. Let's break down some stuff you can use when triggers set you back through people, memories, or moment, or anything that trigger you. Step one, noticing without judging. When something triggers you, your heart race, your shit tightness, your thought spiral, pause and say to yourself, I'm triggered. This is my body remembering, not I'm crazy and dramatic. I'm stupid. Just I'm triggering. My body's talking. Naming it takes out of automatic reaction mode and into awareness. Because it's time for you self-talk negative, you're going to let your mind know that I'm triggered. My body's talking. And you are noticing that. Step two, when you already tell yourself, ask, what if this remind me of? Instead of obsessing over the surface thing, it's just a test, it's just a picture, it's just a comment. Go deeper. Ask, what does this situation represent for me? When have I felt this feeling before? Who does this remind me of? You might find that the trigger is less about the current moment and more about a past relationship, a parent dynamic, a childhood wound, a time you felt powerless. That clarity matters in this situation. Step three, separate the pull from the true. Trigger often come with a pull. The pull to respond, the pull to go back, the pull to prove yourself, the pull to shut down. Ask yourself, what is the pull trying to get me to do? And does that line up with the healer version of me I'm becoming? If the answer is no, you don't have to shame yourself for feeling the pull. You just don't act from it. You can say, I feel like testing back. I feel like running. I feel like yelling. And I'm not going to make a decision from this state because hi, I'm trying to be the person I'm becoming. Okay? Step four, calm your body, not just your mind. You can argue a trigger out of your nervous system with logic alone. You cannot. Do something to calm your body. Inhale slowly and exhale even slower. Put your hand over your heart and say, I'm safe right now. Take a walk. Shake your arms and legs out. Splash cold water on your face. Let your body know we are in the present. We are not back there. Let your body know. Step five, respond from alignment, not adrenaline. And this is one that really matters a lot because once you have noticed, you name it, you calm your body, then you choose that might look like not responding at all, blocking a number, muting or unfollowing someone, saying I'm not available for this anymore, or calming communicating a boundary. The key is you respond from your healed self, not your hurt self. Even if your voice shakes, even if your hand trembles, that's still healing. What happens when you start handling your triggers this way? What really happened? You stop judging your reactions. Instead of, I shouldn't feel like this, you start saying, of course, I feel like this. Look at what I have been through. That shift alone brings so much self compassion. Another thing, you break old cycles in real time. Trigger used to send you to into arguing, begging, chasing, shutting down, people pleasing, spiraling. Now they become a signal to do the opposite. Your S test. Instead of getting hooked, you pause, feel, and choose not to go back. That's growth. Another thing is you regain your power. Every time you honor your trigger without letting it dictate your actions, you teach your body, I'm the one in charge now. We don't have to repeat this. That builds self trust. And another thing, you make space for self forgiveness. When you understand why something set you off, you are more likely to forgive yourself for the ways you reacted in the past because you see the following. You see that you was not crazy. I was activated, I was protective, I was hurting. And let me tell you now, like everything have good things. That's the good thing about noticing your trigger, the pitfall. Believing healing means being unbothered forever. Nah. Healing does not mean nothing touch you. Healing means you know what to do when it does. So let's bring it this home. Triggers are not proof that you are failing. They're proof that you are still feeling, and feeling is part of your being alive, okay? So the next time something or someone tells you back, show up, or knocks on your door of your old wounds, remember you're allowed to pause. You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to protect your progress. You don't need to shame yourself for your reaction. You need to listen to it. Your body is your ally, not your enemy. So here's your day 23 affirmation. Put your hands in your chest and let's repeat it. When my triggers show up, I respond with compassion, no shame. My reactions are information, not condemnation. Say it again. When my triggers show up, I respond with compassion, not shame. My reactions are information, not condemnations. You are not weak because you still feel it. You are wise because you are learning what it means. And listen, you are not behind in your healing. You are right on time to respond differently than you ever had before. All right, my beautiful souls? Thank you for sitting in this with me today. If today's episode stirs something up, a memory, a face, a name, I want you to be gentle with yourself. Don't rush to be over it. Just practice noticing, breathing, and choosing slowly. If you know somebody who keep getting pulled back into old patterns whenever they're triggered, test them. Send this episode to them. Let them know they are not crazy. They are just human and they are not alone. Make sure to following the podcast so you don't mix the rest of this 28 days of forgiveness journey. Today is day 23. And if you want more tools, journals, or resources to support your healing, come visit me at waitofthewiseowl.com. And if you're ready to get into more deep, go to the section book online and create your discovery call. Remember, all my life coaching services are completely free. Not just the discovery call, but everything else that is life coaching service 1-to-1. Okay, my beautiful souls. So I love you guys. I honor the work you're doing. I really do. And I'm proud of the way you are learning. I'm really proud to sit with yourself instead of abandoning yourself. I will meet you back here for day 24. Until then, be kind to the part of you that still flinch to all wounds. They're not trying to ruin your life, they're trying to protect it. Talk to you soon. Love you guys. Be blessed. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Talk to you later. Bye.